Behind the Spotlight. I'm your host, Crystal Lampett, and for sure, you guys, if you have been living in Kansas City for a while, you have seen these guys out and about pretty much everywhere. Welcome, the elders.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So pleased to have you, and this is a really exciting year for you because you are retiring in 2018.
We are indeed. We're winding it down at the end of the year. Well, I mean, we're just winding down the touring. Everybody's going to be doing their projects, and we're going to be doing.
Yes.
We're just going to go and do different things. But we're done with touring. We're done with buses and trains and planes, and
the elders are getting elderly. Is that what?
No, just a name.
No. You're going to be here. You're going to stick around Kansas City. You'll still be doing a lot of cool things around town, which is great. So I'm happy to hear that. This is not farewell, but we're going to kick it off with a song of yours called
Arklow.
Going to Arklow. Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
Please welcome the elders with Going to Arklow. Take it away, guys.
Great.
Talking home, I'm boasting to the friends, comparing stories, each the best. The legends never end. The next migration to the land across that stormy sea. Our land is near, our friends are dear. This home will always be. Flying high, the tales of conquest and the strong, a table full of memories. The wise are never wrong. It's great to be back in the land you couldn't wait to leave. Our find a grace, some pride and grace, our home will always be. I'm going to Arklow. Maybe a vocal where the road runs through the valley and the rivers finally free. I'm going to Arklow. Founded by the Vikings, the water pleased them well. The centuries of battle past, they've had their share of hell. With 19 arches separating fairies from the flock, this handmade bridge with shiny black, more accolades than not. I'm going to Arklow. Maybe a vocal where the road goes through the valley and the river is finally free. I'm going to Arklow. The Ascot and the Moth, the Arklow girls are dancing. The sailors tie the knot, the potters all around the world. That logo so endeared. This is my little East Coast town. I'll boast her always dear. I'm going to Arklow. Maybe a vocal where the road runs through the valley and the river is finally free. I'm going to Arklow. I'm going to Arklow.
and that was Going to Arklow by the Elders and Diana, Ian. Such a pleasure to have you guys in studio today. I do want to hear a little bit more about Arklow because this is your hometown.
Yes, Arklow is a small fishing town on the east coast of Ireland, about 50 miles from Dublin on the east coast, and that's where I grew up, and where a lot of the inspirations of the songs I've written over the years and I've come from, and the fishermen, and there's a lot of families there that I grew up with, and it's great history. It's a great town.
Tell me about the atmosphere. I mean, you mentioned that you like fishing, so this must have been part of where that love came from, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of fishing boats there, a lot of families there that have been fishing for centuries. Tyrrell shipyard, they built the Asgard, and I mentioned that in the song. Those are all famous ships. You know, so, but yeah, I don't know how long Tyrrell shipyards have been there, for hundreds of years.
And you got the
and
beautiful
and they're still there, still building boats. Yeah,
I love it. I love it. And we're going to learn more about Ireland because you guys go there a lot. Don't go anywhere. We are going to touch on that. Welcome back to Behind the Spotlight, and we've just been talking about Ireland. I know it's such a popular place to visit, and you guys actually allow your fans to join in on the tour. You do an annual tour to Ireland.
Yes, and we're doing another one this year. This will be our 15th or 16th. I think it's our 15th.
Tell me about that idea. Did you just wake up one morning and think, like, we got to take people to Ireland because everyone wants to go?
It happened when I said to the lads after about the second year I was in the band, I said, you know what, let's go to Ireland.
Yeah.
Because none of the fellas had ever been to Ireland. And they traveled to Europe a few times, all right. Steve did a lot of traveling around Europe. He'd never been to Ireland. And I said, you know what, let's go to Ireland. I still had a lot of friends over there that had places and pubs. And we were just going to do it very casually, which we did. We rented a minibus and brought our, and went and saw a bunch of my pals and toured around, and then came back and then got all these emails from our fans. Hey, next time you go, please let us know. Please let us know.
No kidding.
So I got in touch with Hammond Tours out of New York, and they specialize in big tours like that. And we started doing an annual tour, and we started off with one bus, and now, this year we'll have 4 buses, 4 full bus loads. It's already sold out.
And the fans go with you from each city, and they
go
basically tour with you.
During the day, the buses all go to, they'll go to all the different tourist places, the Dingle Peninsula and
the what? Sorry.
Dingle Peninsula.
The Dingle Peninsula.
Yeah, sounds like a good spot, doesn't it?
I love it. Is that close to Jimmy's testicle?
Yeah.
That far?
Turn left when you get to the testicle.
Diana, tell me about your experience, because I know you joined a couple years ago. What were you most surprised by when you got to Ireland?
I will say I was expecting it to maybe not quite live up to every expectation, because you hear that it's going to be so beautiful and green and everyone's going to be so friendly. No, every bit of it is true. It's almost overwhelming. Oh, it blew me away. The pictures that I took, the Instagram material is off the charts. No, really, and the culture of the pubs and the music and the sessions that you find in pubs, and it's all there, and it's all absolutely lives up to expectations. And yeah, I'm lucky to get over there a couple times a year now, and the tour with these guys is a dream. There's no better way to do it than especially with some locals who know to show you the underground spots and the
that's
places
the best way to travel.
When we go
it's
to
unbelievable.
Arklow in the last few years is really that's just my hometown, and it's not really a tourist place. I mean, but we get a lot of passerbys, people coming from Dublin going down to Wexford or something. They might stop in Arklow, but it's not really a tourist destination. But all our fans in the last few years, we go to Arklow every year, so they can meet my family, and we can all the pubs, and the pubs know me and everything else. So that's turned out to be the favourite part of the whole tour now. And the people of Arklow really come out full force and entertain all our guests.
That's got to be like one of the most exciting things.
It really is.
Every year to be.
It's fantastic. It's turned into a big event now.
Yeah, and a tradition. I mean, and talk to me about that, because I think there is something really beautiful about being able to share your roots, where you came from, and the people that you grew up with, and your culture.
Goodness, yeah. I mean, it also gives authenticity to the songs that we write as well. And then I mean, there's like St. Kevin's is about that's based in Glendalough, which is the mountains, and you know, Story of a Fish is a fish farm just outside Arklow. That it's a song that we wrote. That a fish. I found a fish at this fish farm, and I brought it to the newspapers, and I told them I caught it. And it was a huge, big 10-pound, 14-ounce trout, and all of a sudden I was on the front page of the Wicklow People, you know. So
holding your big fish.
I know.
Yeah.
So now I'm telling the truth in front of the camera. But anyway, that's so then people can get a visual of that, and they want to go see the fish farm. They want to go to see Lynham's pub in Glendalough in Lara to see where St. Kevin's is from. So. It just brings the songs all the way there.
It's telling a story.
Yeah.
You know, and people get to see that and experience it firsthand, which is so cool, because that is a very rare experience. I don't think most bands can say like, oh yeah, we just take all of our fans with us. You know, I mean, like, pretty awesome. I am curious to know a little bit more about the Elders' beginnings. So, first of all, the name. You know, where that came from, what inspired that.
Awful name.
Well, no, I love it, and I appreciate.
I love it too.
I love it. It makes me think of like Wise. The Elders. That's
what and it was that Norm is the one that came up with that awful name, and I've been giving him grief ever since all the time.
I love it.
So Norm and Brent are from Kansas City, and they were in different bands, and they were out in Los Angeles and living out there. And there's a famous pub in Los Angeles called Molly Malone's, and that's where a lot of the famous Irish bands, what was the name of the lads that Norm? Anyway, there's a bunch of bands that play there, and I was Flogging Molly. Flogging Molly,
I know them, yeah.
So he was there one time, and they were there, and Norm says, you know what? I've had enough of LA. I think I'm going to go back to Kansas City and start up an Irish band.
There you go.
So he did. He came back here, and him and Brent came back here, and then they got with Steve, and then they formed a band, and they went for a couple of years, and then I joined. They started in 1998, and I joined the band in 2002. And Mike Bliss was the old lead singer, and he moved to the East Coast, and I was in the music business in Ireland years and years ago, and then I came to Kansas City and started a woodworking business, and no more music for me, and somehow here I am back in the music
Somehow
business.
You're back. It keeps pulling you back.
It just pulls you back in, and it's been a most amazing experience of my life, and made some dear friends, and the lads in the band, and Diana can attest to that. They're just a wonderful bunch of lads, you know. So.
And I love how you refer to her. She's like, she's the young whippersnapper that's gonna keep us going.
She's my pal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, talk about that. Was it so incredible for you to get to join them already at? You know, they are so well known and well loved. I mean, talk to me about joining the Elders and what that was like for you.
Well, when I got the call, I burst into tears, if that's any indication. I mean, I've known about these guys, just having grown up kind of playing some Irish music and being around the Irish festivals. I mean, they're iconic. And here in Kansas City, it's been fun to get to know this town and see the legacy that they have here, because in the Irish music community, they have an amazing legacy. And so to get this invite amongst the stellar cast of other fiddle players that have come in and out has been, I mean, it's still, I think I refer to them as my pinch me moments.
So I was going to say,
not
it's
really
still
sure
a little bit like,
this
is this real?
Yeah, no.
Wait, well, and I don't blame you, because no big deal. You guys were just inducted into the Kansas Music Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. That was really very, that was
Did you have a pinch me moment too?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And you know what was really cool about it, and it was a friend of mine who actually texted me. He says, congratulations on being inducted into the Kansas Hall of Fame. And then he said, pretty cool, you did it with your son. And I'm like, it didn't even occur to me how cool that is.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's a 20 plus years before you get inducted, and he's just turned 30. I mean, what the heck? I mean, he might be the youngest lad in it, you know?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So. Did you ever think you would be here? I mean, when you started music, both of you, when you started music, did you ever think like, I might be in a Hall of Fame one day, I might be touring the world?
I know I can speak for the rest of the lads and Diana. We just love our profession. We love playing music. We love meeting other musicians. The festivals, there's something about the Irish culture and the Irish musician, the Irish camaraderie between musicians. At festivals, some of the best entertainment you'll ever hear in your life is in the pub or in the hotel after the festival is all done. All the musicians, we come back and we meet in the lobby, or we'll meet in the ballroom or somewhere, and everybody just gets around and plays, and
It's those random mashups
It's
at the end of the
mashup,
night
it's
that you're just,
fun.
yeah.
People you've been listening to your whole lives, you know,
Yeah.
just collaborations that the
you know.
world will never get to see, you know,
Yeah, and it's
in a
marvelous.
hotel. Yeah.
And it is pretty incredible because, you know, Diana, we just have a little under a minute left, but I know you kind of want to speak to getting more women involved in the music industry and also empowering them, because it can be kind of a crazy world out there for a female musician.
Absolutely, yeah, and not to discourage them, you know, but just to make sure that we're being as all-inclusive as possible. And even in the Irish community, Irish music community, there's a new amazing campaign called Fair Play that's just designed to bring awareness to making sure that everything is equal and that we're celebrating everybody and that everybody is not having to face any greater challenges than anybody else, basically.
I've noticed there's a lot of female musicians and it's great.
Yeah.
Fiddle players and dancers and just fantastic, amazing musicians, accordion players. I mean,
Oh, we have incredible talent. It's just a matter of getting them out there, making sure that we have the resources to support them and empower them. And I love that, you know, Diana has a blog. I love that you write about that, and we definitely want to share that message. And and we thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
We have one more song, Don't Go Away. Welcome back to Behind the Spotlight. It's been such a pleasure to have the Elders in. This is kind of one of your last performances, one of your few last performances as the Elders as we know it. So we're so thankful.
We'll be playing for the rest of the year. We're going to be doing quite a few shows in Kansas City. So you can get on, you know, eldersmusic.com and you can check our schedule. So we're going to be doing a show at the Kaufman and the Unity Temple in the Plaza and the Kansas City Irish Festival and a whole bunch of shows.
All of that stuff.
Yeah,
so it's great, and you'll be immortalized with your music, so you'll be around forever. And we do
Exactly.
have one more song. This one is called Naughty Bridget.
Naughty Bridget.
Naughty Bridget, take it away.
Tired eyes, surrounded by the blankets warm, he contemplates the rise. His muscles and his bones work no longer as a teen. The years of seeing tide have made him weary, lean and mean. The porridge and the tea bag squeezes life back into brain. A quick glance through the window showing the easing of the rain. The pain in his heart for the lover he adores. She's carried him through storms, always safely back to shore. But Naughty Bridget is a name and lives she has so well. For many days and nights she fought the sea and feels swell. But now her days are numbered, for her terrible ropes are worn. Goodbye, my love, forever I will mourn. Smile still beautiful and proud. The creaking of her bones in the night she screams out loud. Not quite the graceful youth of years, the storms have taken toll. Still standing in the corner with her elegance and soul. The Naughty Bridget is a name and name she held so well. For many days and nights she fought the sea and fears swell. But now her days are numbered, for her tender ropes are worn. Goodbye, my love, forever I will mourn. and groom her for her shine will never dim. We'll end our years together in the depths of sea and sin. The ropes that tie around her neck will guide her through the night. The crashing waves and jagged rocks, together we're in this fire. But naughty Bridget is her name, and may she have so well. For many days and nights she fought the sea and fear swell. But now her days are numbered, for her tethered ropes are worn.